Hey guys, my name is Zinia and you're watching Desimartini. Today we have with us a man who has been creating ripples in cinema as it is, be it the Hindi film industry, the Malayalam film industry, or any film industry that you take it. Well, we are talking about Roshan Matthew, who would very soon be seen in the film Kuruthi. Hi Roshan, welcome to Desimartini.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Roshan, first of all, congratulations that Kuruthi is releasing very soon. It's an Onam release, and given it's releasing in a platform like Prime, it's accessible to so many of us who would otherwise miss it. So,
Yeah.
my first question would be, how did you land the role for Kuruthi?
Prithvi reached out to me first. We had worked this film called Kuruthi together, and since then I've sort of been and stayed in touch with him. Whenever I watched a film of his that I really liked, I would speak to him. So that channel of communication had always been there. And I think the script got to him first. He's also Supriya and Prithvi are sort of producing the film as well. So when he was thinking of options for a Prime, I think he got in touch with me first, and then we had a narration, a meeting. Then I almost immediately came on board.
Right. Also, I would love to know that since you came on board and gave a nod so instantly, what appealed to you? What was so special about the character?
It was a really exciting script more than anything else. I think it's a fast-paced action thriller, but not without its layers. Almost all the events that happen really organically. All the characters are very exciting and have a lot to play. And yeah, the other actors that he was thinking of for these parts were all also really really brilliant actors whose work I've admired for a very long time. And with Prithvi also, I wanted to. I had been wanting to work more. So yeah, everything was positive with Kuruthi.
Everything fell on place, as they say, and now we are awaiting the release. It's one of the most awaited releases all over India. I would like to ask you, Roshan, that do you feel that OTT in some ways has really broadened the horizon? Because for a film to release all over, it's not something that happens very often if it's a theatrical release, right? Maybe it doesn't release on the same date, or it doesn't release. Like, I'm from a tier 2 city, so it doesn't release always in towns, in remote parts. So how do you feel about that?
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot more accessibility right now. These films are reaching everyone at the same time, and it sort of is very equal because everybody gets to watch it the same way. It depends on how good your TV is, or whatever device you're watching it on. It's not like it's in some far off theater and these show timings are really odd or anything. So that sort of accessibility is definitely great. To have a wider audience that you can reach with your films is really great. And I think in some way over a period of time that will also start influencing the films that are made, and decisions that are taken when films are made. So yeah, it's a good thing that it's happening.
While Roshan, your presence in regional cinema, has been acknowledged very well. You are a part of the film industry for 5 years now, if I'm not wrong.
And about 6, 7 years, 6 years.
Yes. So, you have been part of the industry for 6 years almost, and you have also simultaneously made your presence felt with your with your debut Hindi project, which was Show, that released last year. Now you're also going to be a part of Darlings. So, what do you have to say about the outreach that you have created for yourself pan India?
I honestly did not expect these things to happen. I was more than happy doing Malayalam films, trying to get to work with the people over here who really inspired me. So Joke just happened out of the blue when Anurag sir watched Muthon, and he liked what I did in that. So he almost immediately called me and offered me the film. Even then, I did not really think it was going to take off, but it did. And Darlings was an audition that went well. So overall, I think a lot of these boundaries are now beginning to sort of blur, and a lot more migration of artists is going to happen. That's a good thing overall. That's sort of like it's got a lot to do with the time more than anything else. So I'm just happy and lucky to be working at this particular time when this sort of migration is happening.
Also, Roshan, I am from Bengal, so while interacting with a lot of Bengali actors, I have heard this that they often feel they're stereotyped when they come to uh, industry like the Hindi film industry, or even though they have a huge body of work which would prove their metal, they kind of don't get acknowledgement in the Hindi film industry. Does that happen to you as well?
It's too early to say because I've literally only done one film that's come out, and the second one we just wrapped shoot a couple of days ago. So it's too early to say. I mean, like, how can you even notice a trend until you've done a few, at least a handful of films. So yeah, I hope that doesn't happen. I hope interesting work that is different from things I've done in the past keep coming. But I'll only know with time, I guess.
Okay. Also, Roshan, for all the fans all over India, this is a question from all the fans, including me. What are the upcoming projects that we should look forward to? Other than, Kuruthi and Darlings, of course.
Yeah, other than Kuruthi and Darlings, there are two other Malayalam films that I'd already started shoot for, which we couldn't complete because of the lockdowns and related complications. So waiting to get back to wrap those films. One is called Kuthu, directed by Sippy Malaysa with Asif Ali. The other one's called Liquor Island with Suraj Vanyar. Both of these are Malayalam films directed by G. Sethunath. So there's that, and then there are two or three really exciting Malayalam movies that I'm waiting to start on. And then this Tamil film called Cobra with Vikram sir. That also is almost done, so hopefully that'll release sometime soon.
Wow. Also, since you are a part of the Malayalam film industry, and we have been getting some really great projects coming from the industry, some path-breaking projects that are coming out, I would like to ask you about the shift that has happened in the Malayalam film industry, because for a very long time, it was said that the Malayalam film industry would have sexist films, would have hero-driven films. That has been completely changing. The entire concept of the industry is being shattered right now. So, what do you have to say about that as well?
See, there were great films being made in Malayalam for as long as I can remember. Obviously, we went through a phase where there weren't as many films to be proud of as there are maybe today. But when you say that this is the best time of the industry, that is maybe not 100% true, because there have been a lot of times in the past when some incredible films were made. And when like Mahmoodi sir, Mohanlal sir and all started off, if you just look at their filmography, there are so many incredibly great films in there, and they're all like almost back to back in a single year, or like a span of 4 or 5 years. You will see many masterpieces, films that are still relevant and important and just have stood the test of time so well until now. So yeah, every industry sort of goes through phases, I guess. So Malayalam's also had its ups and downs, but over the last few years, I'm glad that more than anything. So what I find really inspiring more than anything, so many new people are coming up. New filmmakers, new writers, new technicians, new actors, and they're all coming up with some really exciting work, and they're all going ahead and outdoing themselves with like every new project that they attempt. There are so many risks being taken. There are such great experiments happening. So many unconventional movies that people are going for, and a lot of that credit also goes to the audience, of course. So I just hope that this sort of good evolution keeps happening. It's a great time to be working here.
Fingers crossed that it will keep happening. So Roshan, quickly, can I ask you like a few quick answer questions, like probably a rapid fire, as you can call it?
I'm terrible at these, but we can try.
Yes. So Roshan, the first question: one director you're really looking forward to work with?
Rajiv Ravi.
Okay. One co-star you're looking forward to work with?
Um, I I really want to work with Nasiruddin Shah, if possible.
Wow, wow. And a female co-star you would want to work with?
Vidya Balan.
Okay, that would be a great combination actually. I hope somebody makes a film that way. Like, wow, just thinking about it, wow. Also, one project you wished you were a part of.
There's a movie called there's a movie called Thuramugam coming out in Malayalam. So I mean, yeah, when it releases, you'll know.
One thing about Roshan Matthew that people don't know about.
I am very bad with technology.
Okay. Also, one web series or film that you are completely hooked on to.
I was completely hooked when I was watching Scam 1992, Mayor of Easttown, Chernobyl, this German web series called Beat. There are a lot. There's a
Okay.
lot.
Okay, so that brings us to the end. Finally, before we leave, you have to tell us one solid reason why we should not be missing Kuruthi at all.
For the layers in it, it's a fast-paced action entertainer, but it's also so much more than that. So you will discover when you watch the film.
Yes, personally for me, because it has such an ensemble cast, I'm not going to miss it. So thank you so much, Roshan, for joining in with me and with Desimartini. Best of luck for Kuruthi, and we are looking forward to it, of course.
Thank you. Really hope you enjoy the film. Thank you.